There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
September is saving season at Appalachian Wireless, so get an iPhone 14 for just a penny. Yeah, just 1 penny. Or how about $800 off select devices? Or even take $75 off prepaid phones. Do you need more? How about $1,000 off in savings when you bundle? Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just want a good deal, we've got something just for you. So stop by your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com to let us help you get connected today. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at DoubleQuick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of DoubleQuick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous DoubleQuick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your DoubleQuick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at DoubleQuick.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hindman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hindman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hindman. Log on to www.bankofhindman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Back Roads.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at DoubleQuick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of DoubleQuick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous DoubleQuick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your DoubleQuick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at DoubleQuick.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome to Knott County Central High School as Hometown 24 presents the first round of the 14th Region All-A Classic. First game tonight will be the Knott County Central Patriots, 7-1 on the season, versus the Wolfe County Wolves, 2-2 on the season. And about 30 minutes after that, or 30 minutes after that, will be the Cordia Lady Lions versus the Leslie County Lady Eagles. So joining us here at about 6:30 because Wolfe County couldn't get a bus, so we're going to start around the 6:30 hour, and then, like we said, the second game will be after that. So I'm Manus Blair, and I'm joined by Betty Cottle and Betty Vaughn. Looking forward to a match that normally would be a semifinal or a final match in the All-A or the regular I'll say it here in a minute, KHS AA regular tournament. So looking forward to this first round matchup.
Yeah, these are two very strong volleyball programs. They have been for years. You've got Knott and Wolfe, and the winner of that will actually play JBS tomorrow evening. And I was looking at this schedule. You have Leslie versus Cordia, and the winner of that game will play Owsley County tomorrow evening. You also tonight have Jackson City playing Breathitt. And tomorrow you have Jenkins playing Buckhorn, and the winner of that will play Lee County. And we're really not sure how that game is going to be played, if it's going to be a back-to-back or if they've set another date for that one.
Yeah, and I failed to mention that to AD Jeff Honeycutt when we were talking about it this morning. They emailing back and forth. And the semifinals and the finals will be played at Buckhorn High School. So that will be on September the 8th and September the 9th. So you can put that into your memory bank or write that down if you're a follower of any of the games or the girls in the All-A Regional Classic. Now going to back to the first round match here as we're down to about 3 minutes. First of all, neither team has really played any since September 27th, so a little bit of rust. We didn't even ask if it was a question of, illness or what may have transpired. So we haven't had a chance to talk to coaches about that. But first of all, we got Knott County Central, and we had Knott County Central against Jenkins Betty Vaughn, and looks like they're starting to round into shape here early in the season.
They are. You can see that Knott County's beginning to find their place on the floor. Shay's adjusted and moved a couple players. Like other coaches, she's trying to find her best matchup, who can play beside of who. You got to know what ball the person beside of you can pick up and not pick up. And, yeah, her kids are beginning to gel together pretty good.
And, when you talk about some of those newer players for Knott County Central, you're talking about a setter, Avery Conley, who played some last year, but she's been thrown to the forefront. You're talking about Kenley Baker, who has been thrown to the forefront. And, she played a lot last year when they had some injuries befall on them there at the end of the season. But you've had several players that's come in. King has come in, and those three players are in the regular rotation. And it just takes a while, as we've said, Betty Vaughn, about what it takes to get that chemistry going on the volleyball court.
Well, and to me, this is one of those teams that has been together, but they're like you said, they are beginning to gel. But this is a program. This is a volleyball program that is sort of like you're not rebuilding. They just reload every year, and that's what every team should be doing. You should be able to, the girls that graduated, yes, you're not going to fulfill their spots, but you should have people that can stand in and take those spots and do the job. May not be as good right at the moment or as strong, but, they've got to fill in those spots.
And when we're talking about the Wolfe County Wolves and Coach White here, they've played a really good schedule so far. Only played 4 games, but last year injury bug struck them as well. And, they were able to get to the finals of the 14th region. And, Coach White, winner of 3 regional titles in the last few years. And, of course, coming back with the 14th region player of the year, Nate Noble, along with, they didn't lose anybody.
Right.
So a lot of experience, a lot of consistency in his program.
And you have to give it to him. Last year he did have injuries all year long. And, Noble went down and pretty much stayed down. She tried to play but was never at 100%. And he knew what he was facing each night, so you could tell that he was more or less last year working for this year because he and he's, like you said, he still made it to the finals of the region.
Yeah, and
with all of his injuries.
Throw that out, and
right.
You've got Abigail Noble, the main setter, and the person they look to, and she went down, and she's just getting back from injury
right.
herself. You've got Brumback, and of course you've got G Money, as he called her, Grace Pons, who we talk a lot about as Libreros
right.
on our telecast. She's one of the finest in the 14th region,
right.
And we're going to be coming right back after the national anthem. So first round action here at the 14th region. So stay with us.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
And we're back at the Bank of Hindman game of the week, and just so happened that game of the week happens to be the 14th Region All-A first round between the Knott County Central Lady Patriots and the Wolfe County Wolves, and I believe they're going to announce all the players. Betty Vaughn, always nice to do that, and recognize all the players and everything. But as we're going through, Wolfe County Wolves, Abigail Noble is a senior setter. Emily Stevens is a junior. Grace Pons is a junior. And, like we said with Grace, is she will clean the floor to get things done. Isabella Brumbeck is a senior. Madison Deshawn is a junior. Nate Noble is a senior. And Madeline Howard is an 8th grader. And Rayleigh Land is a senior who was injured last year and is back. So those are the main players for Wolfe County, and of course Knott County Central. Betty Vaughn.
Okay, I have Taylor Baker is a senior. She's their big, strong outside hitter. Samara Bailey is a senior. She's that middle that's beginning to take over and have a lot of control. Ava Waddell is a senior. The last game I watched her, she pulled up some nice hits that people are just not ready for. Avery Conley is a senior. Zoe Miller is a junior. Avery Sluss is a junior, and she's the libero. Lily Blair is a junior. Selena Sparkman is a junior. Haley Cornett is a sophomore. Bella Hammonds is a sophomore. Kenley Baker is a freshman. Kaylee King, freshman. Aiden Conley, freshman. Emily Waddell is a freshman. And you have Riley Kraft as an 8th grader. And I would just want to, before, just real quick, we were talking about rebuilding and reloading. A good example is, you build a house as strong as you can. And to keep it that way, you don't rebuild the house, you just add on to it. Well, that's what these volleyball coaches, or just coaches in general for any sport, that's usually what they're doing. To have a good program, you don't rebuild. You just continuously just reload players. And I think these two coaches and these two programs are evident of that in their programs. And as we're going through, it looks like we're ready to go, and the lights come out. And boy, let's hope that this game is about like the not last game. I was hoping nobody could see me up here, but as we come out, they'll get their numbers and everything, and we'll try to. Numbers look pretty good from here. You've got number 20 for Wolfe County. Of course, number 28 there is Abigail Noble on the front line, along with number 10, and that is, of course, Madison Deschamps. Then you have the libero here. Of course, that is Grace Pons. And then number 9 is Emily Stevens. And then on the back, you have number 15. That, of course, is Isabella Brumbeck. Number 7 is Nay Noble. And 0, of course, is Madeline Howard. And like I said, Madeline is an 8th grader. And Betty Vaughn, we're ready to go. As Brumbeck will go back to serve. And it's going to be a service error, point, Knott County Central. You feel like the winner of this game is the less errors and the one that keeps their pace of the game. And so with the serve, and it's going to be up by Pons. It's going to be a free ball for Knott County Central. And Miller will hit it back, but it's going to be hit, and it's going to be play, but it will be point, Knott County Central. And Kenley Baker failed to mention her name as she was starting to serve for Knott County Central. And, of course, Kenley is, as Betty Vaughn said, a freshman. Jump serve, service error, and it'll be point Wolfe County. And Avery Conley will come in. We'll get the alignment of Knott County Central here in a second. I tell you what, I've watched Conley play 2 games, and I think she does an excellent job of setting the ball. Deshawn, and then you just mentioned it, and it will be a push back to Deshawn. Noble to Noble down the line with a push, and it's going to be point and kill for Wolfe County. You know, that's one of the things that we've mentioned just in our short season so far is taking that ball and going to the deep corners, whether it go cross court or down the line. And have you noticed how many players are taking the line? Used to everybody get to the middle of the floor. Now that volleyball has grown like it has, there's a lot more line shots. Free ball for Knott County Central, bump set. Miller there was Howard, cross to Abigail Noble. Has that big brace on, and I didn't think it crossed, but it must have been blocked. Abigail to Nate. Waddell on the outside, and somebody was in the net, and it looks like that net call was number 9, yes. And that, of course, she said she was in the net, looked at Coach White, and that was Emily Stevens. King will go back to serve for Knott County Central. Up front, we have Baker and Miller and Bailey for Knott County Central. Noble blocks it, but it comes down on Knott Central side, and it'll be point Wolfe County, 3-3. That's the only thing that all the blockers in the 14th region really need to work on. I mean, they're getting up there. That was a great wall they put up, but they're not pushing their hands across the net. And that's going to be a service error as Land has come in for Wolfe County up front. Bailey with the serve. Land close, and that somebody was in the net, I believe.
That net call was on Knott County Central, and that's going to be a point for Wolfe County. The pass was close to the net and a little bit of an overpass, and Baker got into the net. Served by Ponce, and Sluss with the up. Outside goes to Kraft, and it's a nice job by Ponce. Baker down the middle, but Noble gets it back up. Outside off the antenna, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. A lot of the passes are getting close, and that's just the adrenaline rush right now, overpassing it, getting it too close to the net. As King will go out, and Waddell will come in for Knott County Central. Zoe Miller will be serving. 5-4 Knott County Central. Another overpass, and there is Kraft for the kill, 6-4.
And Kraft is an 8th grader?
Kraft is a 8th grader, yes.
That's what I thought.
Wearing that Kraft number 34 that Todd made famous here at Knott County Central, and that's going to, you rarely will see Ponce do that.
Right.
And Coach White will say, give me a timeout. So we'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Back to the campus of Knott County Central, Morton Combs Athletic Complex, B.B. King Court, as Coach White calls a timeout. Knott County Central up 7-4. Miller will serve as Coach White trying to break up the momentum of Knott County Central and instruct his young ones. And that's going to be off of Noble, and it's going to be a point, 8-4. Two uncommon errors by two of the most experienced players on the Lady Wolves.
Well, it could be that bus ride.
Yeah, you know, just getting off the bus.
Yeah.
And you know, there's no finer librero than Ponce.
I agree.
9-4.
You know, just talking about just the libero, you know, 10 years ago when we started liberos, nobody really knew how to use them. Everybody just wanted to use one. And now they actually, most people are using that libero as that second setter, and they have a spot to play on the floor. They're
not stationed right in the back.
Exactly right.
So that was a service error, point for Wolfe County. Nice serve by Noble. You know, and one of the things in our media day that Noble mentioned, you know, when I asked her the question about what can she do next, she's talking about doing those things that will allow her to be an overall good, great player in all aspects of the game.
Yeah, she said she wanted to be better in the back row. She wanted to be able to set the ball. So, yeah, she wants to be an all-around player.
And, you know, Ben said, he even said, I want her to be a Division I libero.
Yeah.
Or setter. I remember that right down there. And she's got all the talent in the world, as she's had 2 service aces. And Betty Vaughn, when she watches this, she's going to get on me.
She is.
She's going to get on me, sportscaster jinx. 10-7 as Taylor Baker serves, and it goes down the line and goes out of bounds, and it will be point Wolfe County, 10-8 for set number 1. Thank you for tuning in. The Bank of Hindman 14th Region All-A Classic first round. We'll all have a second game immediately after this as Howard comes in for land, and she will go back to serve.
And, you know, Baker does not miss very many serves.
No. And talking about a well-rounded she is.
Yes, she can play the front and the back, and she hustles as much in the back as she does the front.
And that's how you lead the team in digs.
Exactly.
11-8 is Deshaun hits that one in the middle of the net. Point Knott County. And Sluss will serve down the middle. And there is Noble with the up to the Noble. And it's too tight to the net And that's going to be a point for Knott County Central, 12-8.
The only way she could have handled that ball was to got to it quicker.
Outside draws it. Nice job of drawing it by Deshaun, and that's going to be a point for Wolfe County. Ponce is out, and in will come Stevens. And Stevens
and Zoe,
is a junior.
Zoe's just got to have faith that her defense is behind her. She's the setter. That ball she needs to let go just so she can set.
And we're going to have a net violation on Knott County, and that'll be a point on Wolfe County. Brombeck will go back to serve. 12-10, set number 1. And nice serve, nice up that time by Baker. Goes middle hit, and that's going to be a single block by Bailey. Point Knott County. Good read by Bailey on the hit. And
you know, that is Bailey's job right there, is to block. She's got to be the wall at that net.
Goes across, and Stevens up. Nice up by Baker. Taylor Baker with a cut, almost scored it, hit the net. Abigail Noble across. Miller to Waddell off the block, and it will be a kill for Knott County Central. 14-10, Knott County Central.
That all starts with Sluss in the back. She makes a really, these Libros, that's what their job is. They have to take those passes and get those to the setter.
And it's going to be off of Pons, and it's going to be a point for Baker and Knott County Central, 15-10. Baker doing an outstanding job of serving it, and that ball is moving. You can see it moving as it crosses the net. And if Ponce cannot get it across, you know it's got a lot of movement.
Right.
16-10, Knott County Central. And for you guys and gals that play baseball or softball, it's like a knuckleball. She changed that one up. Ponce all the way across. Nice hit, but there is Baker. Miller thought she was going for the 3-meter hit. Sluss bounces it across. Back set. Try to draw it, and it's going to be point Knott County Central.
I believe Miller was setting Baker, and there was a little communication mix up right there.
I thought it was a 3-meter hit.
Yeah, she was giving it to Baker.
Or attempted one.
Right.
Baker to Ponce. Noble across. Bump set, Waddell. It's blocked.
I like the defense behind these swings.
Bailey to Ponce. Nay Noble back set off the net. Free ball for Wolfe County. Across Stevens. Oh, there's Baker with a dig. Waddell into the middle of the net. Point Wolfe County. Baker out and Conley in for Knott County Central. Deshaun will go back to serve for Wolfe County.
And it is 17-11 Knott County.
And that's going to be called for a lift.
Yeah.
And, you know, not necessarily on the second hit are they going to call that, but on the third hit and it goes across, they're going to call it.
Definitely.
And that's an emphasis in the last year or two. And that's going to be a service error, and that will be point Knott County. Waddell out. And Coach White's going to call his second timeout, and we'll be right back in 30 seconds on Hometown 24.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornets going to air it out. He's got a man out here. Linden caught it to 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hindman 14th Region All-A first round match between the Knott County Central Lady Patriots and the Wolfe County Lady Wolves. We're in set number 1. Knott County Central up 18-12. Coach White made his second timeout, and King will go back to serve for Knott County Central. Nice hustle by Noble. That's a good push by Nay Noble. Baker down the line. That was a kill point, Knott County Central. She got up there and did a Michael Jordan. She hovered there and decided what she was going to do that time.
But I just like the way that the face of the game has changed. There's more people using the lines and the corners instead of straight down the middle, right in the middle.
Well,
of the
you know, Nay Noble there with a push, he almost caught him off guard with that. Overpass, there's Miller, and that's going to go off the board, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. 20-12.
That's a good, smart, just up play by Miller instead of
And you know, Knott. Sorry, Betty.
Right.
You know, Knott County is serving very aggressively, and as I say that, a service ace for Kaylee King, and Kaylee King leads this team in service aces. Number 21, Jacinda Friend. I think I said that right. Sophomore comes in for Wolfe County. Cross to Noble. Sluss. Conley. Baker with a cut, but there's Noble. Back to Noble. She goes down that deep corner. Nice shot. Point, Wolfe County. 21-13. Land will come in for Friend.
Let me tell you, that was a nice shot by Naomi. King was playing that spot, and she still scored.
Abigail Noble. Back set.
That was a nice back set.
And that's going to be a point as Samara Bailey puts it the two-hand push down the line. I guess if you call it two-hand push, that might be saying it's illegal. Is that
Wouldn't
correct?
you like to see Bailey just get up there and crush that ball at 6'2" or 6'3"?
Well, you know, I'm not quite that tall. So
Me either. I wouldn't know.
I don't know what to do. And that's going to be a nice serve and a point for Knott County Central, 23-13, set number 1.
I'd like to be a fly in Ben's huddle after this game.
He is not happy. He's not a happy camper.
They wouldn't have to worry about being in my huddle because they'd be able to hear it.
Oh, nice job by Noble. Quick reflexes. Back to Baker outside. Nice back. Oh, missed time by Kraft. Noble's there, and that's going to be the put down for the score for Wolfe County, 23-14.
Nice heads-up play by Noble. I like this. They're not afraid to hit the ball.
Out goes Stevens, and in comes Brumback. Ponce with
nice
the serve.
By Miller.
Conley to Kraft. Free ball for Wolfe County. Land across to Noble. There's Conley. Bump set.
Nice shot by Miller. She's getting her arm straight tonight.
Smart shot by Noble. Baker, a cut shot over the top, but there's Pons. Miller. Just a little miscommunication there. Point, Wolfe County.
Yeah, Miller was just a little deep when that ball was set back. Not sure she thought that ball was coming to her.
Yep. Pons to serve. Nice serve. Free ball, and nice job by Conley. Land to Noble, and that was right in there. Nice set by Land. Point, Wolfe County. And you notice something that Coach White has started mixing in a few different girls.
Right.
And, you know, you got to find the ones that are ready to come and play. And like you mentioned, sometimes getting off that bus and immediately playing.
It takes you a game.
Yeah, and, you know, they're accustomed to watching the JV game, getting
Right.
loose, getting mentally set, and then. But tonight, of course, it's all varsity.
Right.
Ponce to serve at 23-16. Conley back to Baker. And that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. Leads us to set point number 1. As Waddell comes in for Knott County Central. Laying back set and nobody there, and that's going to end set number 1. 25-16, Knott County Central. And we'll be back in a minute for set number 2. So stay with us here on the Bank of Hindman 14th Region All-A Classic.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
Welcome back to the campus of Knott County Central High School as we have the Bank of Hindman 14th Region All-A Classic. We played set number 1 and Knott County comes out on top 25-16. Betty Vaughn, what does Wolfe County need to do here to get back in this match after going down 1 set?
Well, they have to settle down, and they're out of sorts with each other, and they've got to cut down on their errors. They had way too many service errors and just passing errors, which you don't see being white teams do that very often.
No, and, he kind of subbed a few in and out, trying to find somebody who
combination,
could spark his team, the chemistry, whatever it may be, to try to get them going here. And, of course, one of the things, too, when we mentioned about Knott County, they serve very aggressively. And, as long as they serve aggressively, Wolfe County, as you've said, they must pass the ball, get that ball to the setter, and then do something with it. And they can't be passive with it.
Well, and I like Knott County. They hit the ball. They're not afraid to continuously hit the ball. And they're using their lines 80% of the time now, so that makes it's the line and one player is all can pass that ball back.
And as we start set number 2, Kinley Baker will serve. Back set and Stevens. And that's going to go out, but it was in. As nice play by Bailey with a push, and that's going to be the first point going to Knott County Central.
See, that was a nice push. She pushes it just over that back row's head to a corner.
Howard tried to get to it. I thought it might have went out, but we couldn't see from this vantage point. And it's going to go around and the antenna, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. We have 2 astute line judges, Coach Hammond and Coach Grigsby. Nice floater serve. Right on the front, and there's Bailey, and she's going to put it down. And that's going to be 3-0 Knott County Central. Not the start that Coach White was looking for.
But that was a nice play by Bailey. She was patient. She waited till that ball hit that invisible line, and then instead of tipping it, she hit it straight down.
Yep. See if Wolfe can do something. 3-meter hit. Nice play.
Shot.
Had the single block, went over top of Bailey with a point, and that's going to be Wolfe County's first point of the second set, 3-1.
That's because Knott County was anticipating Naomi to kill the ball.
Hard.
And she goes up. If you're just watching her hand, though, you can see she goes up just a tip.
Conley bumps it out to Miller, and it's off of Howard, and that's going to be a kill for Knott County Central, 4-1. King will come in for Waddell. Howard out. In will come Moore for Wolfe County. And that's going to be a nice serve by King, and that's going to be 5-1, Knott County Central.
Wolf's going to have to communicate a little bit better in the back row right now.
And that's going to be an overpass, and now is Baker. And that's going to be point Knott County Central.
Right now, Knott County's they're just playing the net stronger, and they're getting every free ball right now.
Noble to Noble, bump set across, off the net. And that was a nice hit that time as Deshaun drew it down the sideline, and that's going to be a kill and point for Wolfe County. 6-2, set number 2. Knott County Central won the first set 25-16.
Yeah, Wolfe just needs to settle down and pass the ball.
Conley all the way across to Baker, and nice shot. 7-2, Knott County Central. Craft in, Sluss out for Knott County Central.
And you could tell how Baker had her hand on top of the ball because the ball never went up, it went down.
Cupped it.
Yes.
Bailey with the serve. Deshaun with a nice up. Noble down that line, nice shot. And that's going to be a point for Wolfe County, 7-3. As Moore will go out and Land will come in. Abigail Noble will go back to serve. And that's going to go long, 8-3. Also a reminder that the double-A sectional is being held tonight, and I believe Letcher Central is playing over at Floyd Central. Also, JBS is at Hazard, and Powell County is at Estill County tonight. Nice serve by Miller. 9-3, Knott County Central.
Right now, Knott is just picking Wolfe County apart.
And Coach White says, give me a timeout. We've got to try something different. So we'll be back in 30 seconds here on Hometown 24.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
Welcome back to Knott County Central as Coach White calls his first time out at set number 2. Knott County Central is up 9-3. And David Adams, you're tuning in and you're saying that Betty Vaughn's doing a great job. You said the picture looks good. So only reason you say that is because I'm not on camera.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
Zoe Miller to serve, 9-3. And that is going to be a point for Knott County Central. Wolfe County just seems they just cannot pass the ball. Noble is doing a good job when she's in the back area of passing the ball, but it seems like everybody else is just struggling getting that ball to the setter.
Yeah, they're one step farther back, like they're trying to reach for it.
Nice cut shot by Noble, and that's going to be point Wolfe County. But they've got to have more than Noble.
You do.
They've got to have more than Noble.
Wolfe County usually passes the ball as well as anybody else, so that you can, they're just having an off game right now.
And that's true of any sport that you go at. Some nights you just don't have it.
Right.
And that's going to be 4, and that's going to be a point for Wolfe County. But at any time, that can change.
True.
10-5, set number 2.
In volleyball, it just takes one good play to just completely change the momentum of the game.
Yep. And that's going to be long, and that's going to be point, Knox County Central. And, you know, sometimes once you do that as a team, you're starting to feel a little bit desperate as well.
Right.
To get something going. And that's service error, and that'll be a point for Wolfe County. Noble to go back to serve, Naomi Noma, or Nay. Deshawn will come off the bench, and she will come in.
Yeah, Ben's moving people around. He's trying to find a system that works.
Only thing you can do, and there it is, and that's going to be a knockdown that time and a kill by Stevens on the overpass, and that's going to be point, and that brings Wolfe County within 4 at 11-7. Noble, it's going to be long, and that will be point, Knox County Central. Once again, the winner of this game will advance to play June Buchanan in the next round, and that's going to be a point, Knox County, and that will be tomorrow night. And I'm not sure about the time, but whoever wins this game will be the host to see you in the second round. And that's going to be a service ace and point for Knox County Central. Buckhorn will host the semifinals and the finals on the 8th and 9th of September. The winner will then go on to be in pool play against the 2nd, 13th, and 16th regions at Owensboro down at the Convention Center on September 12 and 13. Point goes to Wolfe County, 14-8. Moore goes back to serve as she has come in to, she did some setting. Cross to Bailey on the outside, and it's going to be a kill for Bailey, and Knox County Central 15-8.
I like the way that Shay is moving these girls around and letting them hit different positions. That's hard for the defense to keep up with. Nice up. That was a nice back set. Wolfe County, that was a good job moving the ball.
Noble. Stevens with a kill. Point, Wolfe County, 15-9. Got to have more of that.
Yes.
Pons to serve. Got to put a bunch of points together here.
Yeah, you can't let Knox County get too much more of a lead.
Nice serve.
Nice up by Baker.
Miller with a hit. But there's Pons outside to Deshawn. Somebody was in the net, I believe.
No,
that was,
it hit the pole.
Or did it hit it? So hit the antenna, and that's going to be a point for Knox County Central. And I believe that I thought we were going to have a timeout, but thought better of it. I think the antenna might have been knocked loose.
Ben was having them to check the antenna.
Oh, okay. 16-9, King to serve for Knox County Central. And that's going to be a block by Bailey, and that will be point, Knox County Central. And Coach White says, give me a timeout. So we'll be back in 30 seconds here on Hometown 24.
September is saving season at Appalachian Wireless, so get an iPhone 14 for just a penny. Yeah, just 1 penny. Or how about $800 off select devices? Or even take $75 off prepaid phones. Do you need more? How about $1,000 off in savings when you bundle? Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just want a good deal, we've got something just for you. So stop by your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com to let us help you get connected today. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Welcome back to Knox County Central. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for all the sponsors and everything that makes this available to all the people in their living rooms. And if Bumper Adams, if you're there watching, and enjoy your bologna sandwich in your RC.
And Karen Cottle, I know you're watching.
Karen Cottle, if you're watching, you can enjoy that bologna sandwich and whatever pop or whatever you're drinking, Diet Mountain Dew or whatever you drink.
You know, I've been sitting here and I've been in Ben's shoes. You said and you teach and you throw out every drill, but these girls have to get out there and perform now.
Yeah,
and
it's
right
all up
now
to them.
it is, and it's just their passing is off right now, which is putting their whole game off.
And, your seniors have got to spur you on in this. Off the block, there was a double block by Miller and Bailey. Goes back set to Miller. There's off of Pons, and that's going to be the kill for Miller. 18-9, Knott County Central.
I have to say, so far, this is the most consistent that I've seen Miller. Her arm is straight. When she goes forward, she hits the ball well. When she stands straight up and jumps, she has a hard time. See, it's like Wolf County is a little confused about who wants it now.
Bailey with a kill, and that's going to be 19-9, Knott County Central.
Bailey says she'll just take it.
And, we don't have the stats here. I don't have my computer where I could do the hitting percentage, but I would imagine right now Knott County Central's hitting percentage is pretty high.
Yes. They have not missed very many.
King with a nice serve. Free ball for Knott County Central. Conley all the way across to Baker, and that's going to go out of bounds, and that will be the kill and point, Knott County Central. 29, set number 2. Knott County Central once again won set number 1, 25-16. And that's going to go off of King. Probably would have went out, but in retrospect, you just play it. 20-10 as Wolf County scores the point. One thing I was going to say about King, but I didn't want to say that she's serving because I've messed up both sides when I've said this, but I don't know if she's had a service error any time that I've watched her.
Right.
She's very consistent in hitting her jump serve.
And it's not even, you don't have to, it's not hitting it hard. You got to get it in. And then when you learn how to place the ball, it's better, but you still don't have to swing
because
hard.
If I was in the back, you'd be picking on me. You'd serve it to me.
Exactly right.
And so you find somebody that you want to go to on a regular basis. Noble takes it out on the volleyball. Kill for Wolf County, 21-11.
And she's taking that line, and they're standing there. I mean, she's worked. You can tell she's worked a lot on that line shot. She's not afraid to go to it.
Abby Noble to serve. Short serve. Middle back, and that's going to be Noble, but I think Noble was in the net. Yes, and that's going to be point for Knott County Central. 22-11. Mora couldn't get to it, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central, 23-11. Want to thank all of Knott County Central, AD Jeff Honeycutt, Principal Bobby Pollard, Superintendent Kant, Board Member Harold Kraft for allowing us to do this game tonight.
These guys always make you feel at home.
Nice hustle. If I was sitting in the stands, I would clap for that hustle.
Exactly.
Because a lot of times you're down 24-11. Some would just say, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm behind. That's just a point. Exactly.
Set point number 1 for Knott County Central.
That was a nice up.
Goes to Noble, and she takes frustration out on that ball once again.
But that's what Wolf has to get back to their game, which is getting that ball past that setter and letting those big girls hit.
1-2, boom.
Yes.
Set point number 2. Nice serve. Bromback with the service ace. And, even when you're down, you got to get something going for the next
Exactly
set.
right. You can't just quit on this one because if you do, that's the way you're going to start the next one.
Nice job by Sluss down the middle, and it's going to be point Knott County Central And that will end set number 2 as Knott Central wins 25-13. And when we come back, it'll be set number 3 in this all-A first-round matchup.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at DoubleQuick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of DoubleQuick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous DoubleQuick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your DoubleQuick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at DoubleQuick.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hindman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hindman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hindman. Log on to www.bankofhindman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Welcome back to the Bank of Hindman 14th Region All-A Classic first-round matchup between Knott County Central and Wolfe County. Knott County Central up 2-0, looking toward set number 3. And, Betts, we mentioned in between first and second sets what they got to do, but I think it's essentially the same thing that you mentioned after set number 1.
Yeah. Wolfe County's they have to come together as a team, and they're going to have to really focus on getting this ball passed so this setter can use their big men. Knott County, that's the difference in the game. Knott County's passing the ball really well, and all their hitters are getting a chance to swing. Wolfe County is depending more on pushes and free balls, and it's just, you can't two good teams can't free ball against each other.
Not when you've got what Knott County's got in the back. And,
right.
Sluss and Baker and all those girls, Miller that's in the back.
Right.
They have been able to get that ball to the setter, and then they've been able to do something with it, as you've said earlier.
And you can see that's the difference in the score now. Knott County is getting a bump, set, swing, and Wolfe County's getting a bump and a set, and most of their swings are coming off the net and outside and deep, and they're just having a hard time putting any power on it.
The Noble sisters, and they've just got to bring them together and say, listen, this is our last go-around in All-A. We've got to go right here. And I think it's vitally important for Wolfe County to get off to a good start.
And you got to remember this sorry about that. This All-A is for smaller schools, so this is if you want to go to the state tournament, this is the one you want to go in.
Yes. And punts will start off set number 3, and that's going to be a service error, and that will be a point for Knott Central.
That ball is just going home.
And
it's about 10 rows up.
That's one of those that you get to take home with you. Oh, sorry, wrong sport.
Yeah.
You don't get to do that. As Coach Cornett says, give me that ball.
Yeah.
And that's going to be down as Kenley Baker starts off with a service ace. Look of the tape, and that's going to be 2-0, Knott County Central. Once again, after this, we will have the Leslie County Lady Eagles versus the Cordia Lions. Noble all the way across, and it's drawn, and that was a nice shot by Deshawn.
It was a nice shot.
Most times she's been going down the line. This time she goes down the opposite side and had Baker leaning toward her right side.
Yeah, and Baker was just a couple of steps too high. I think she thought she was going down the line.
So 2-1 Knott County Central. And the winner of Leslie County and Cordia will face Owsley County tomorrow night, and that will be whoever wins will be the one that will host. 3-1 is on the service error by Wolfe County. King will serve. King to serve. And that's going to be a service ace. As Jim McCauley once said, it may be in the shoes. Jim, if you're watching, you did a good job Friday night. You and Brian Johnson. Back goes to Miller, and that's going to be a block by Noble, but Miller is like a pogo stick. She's back up in the air, and she scores the point, 5-1 for Knott County Central. Noble did a nice job of putting it down. King with the serve. Nice job. Noble all the way across to Nay down the side. Baker, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central. 6-1.
Now, right there tells you how the night is going for Knott County. Sluss gets that it was a bad pass, and she backsets that ball, and she's a libero, and it was a perfect set to her outside hitter.
And
that's when you know all your chemistry is going in the right direction.
King with a service error. Abby Noble will go back to serve for Wolf County. Got to have a bunch going here. Got to get some momentum for the Lady Wolves. And just as I say that, it's like missing a free throw in basketball.
They're having a turnover time right now serving.
Yep. 7-2. Bailey to serve. Knott Central up 2-0. And that's going to be point, Knott County Central. Bailey will go back to serve. Land gets it back across, back set by Kraft. Baker cut shot. Nice job of Noble. Scramble. Nice job by Pons.
Right now, Wolf is just looking for something positive.
And there's your positive is Brumback with a kill. Nice serve. There's where King's got to get out of Conley's way, but the Knott County still scores. Waddell and Baker in the game for King and Conley. Land will go out and Moore will come in for Wolf County. Moore across to Noble, and it's going to go out. And it's going to be point Knott County Central. 10-3. Moore back to Stevens, deep corner, Waddell, Miller, Kinley Baker. Noble cut off the block of Baker. Moore tries to catch him off, but Baker's there. Kinley Baker, and it's cross. It's going to be an overpass, and it's going to be out. Point Knott County Central.
That was a good volley, much better volley by Wolf County.
Land's going to come in for Moore. And that's going to fall. Got enough top spin off the tape, and it's going to be a service ace for Knott Central, 12-3. Once again, thank you for joining us here. Thank you for the Bank of Hindman for your sponsorship. Thank you to all of our sponsors who make sports available on the 40th year of Hometown 24 Point, Wolf County. For those that haven't been in the Morton Combs Athletic Complex, the new additions and the new colors is it's very vivid, the new lights.
Yes.
It's really lit up well. 12-4 Knott County Central, set number 3.
I love the way the lights shine right on the floor and makes it just sparkle.
Baker with an aggressive hit, and that's going to be the kill, and she will go back to serve. Point Knott County Central, 13-4. And nice hustle by Ponce. That's the girl I was talking about. Back set, and that's going to go. Did that come down? That come down on Knott Central side. So Deshaun with I'm looking at it from a different angle here for some reason. Point Wolf County. Got to have a bunch here. Miller back set to Kraft, and that's going to be the kill from the left-hander. 14-5, and remember, Kraft is an 8th grader. So she's coming along, Betty Vaughn, with each and every game
and
already.
The deadly thing is that she's a big, strong left-hander. So that will give you 3 strong hitters on that front row with no weak sides.
And you being a left-hander, you understand that a lot of people, when you start to swing in sports, they don't understand what a left-hander does.
They don't.
15-5. Knott County Central. Deshaun with a nice shot right on the line. Kill, point Wolf County 15-6. I'm just surprised, Betty Vaughn. I was just surprised by the game tonight so far. Anything can happen. I'm not saying don't give up, but I'm just surprised by the what Knott County Central has been able to do to Wolf County.
Yeah, I agree, because these are 2 very good volleyball, like I said, very good volleyball programs.
Well, when you start looking at the top 5, they're both in the top 5 of the region, and they will contend come the main 14th region tournament overall. Sluss with a nice one to Bailey, and Bailey is going to have the kill, and that will be 16-7, Knott County Central.
You know what? That's showing a new side of Bailey's game, is hitting from the outside.
Yeah, because normally she's always in the middle.
Right. Like I said, it makes it harder for this defense because these big girls are moving and they're trying to find them.
Serve, and I forgot to mention that's Blair, I believe, and there's Bailey with and Bailey with it. That's Lily Blair, who's come in for Knott County Central. Failed to mention her.
It's 17-7 Knott County.
We're in set number 3. Blair came in the last time and did the same thing she just now did, which was serve really, really well. 18-7 Knott County Central. Sluss with a out to Miller, and that's going to be the kill, 19-7. Blair will continue to serve and into the net. And once again, the broadcasting jinx. Point Wolf County.
You know, last year Blair sat behind the Miller sisters, so she really didn't get a lot of varsity setting, but she's come this year, and I'm really pleased with her setting.
Bailey, and there was Deshaun. Nice play. Goes across, and it will go across, and that will be a point for Knott County Central.
Wolf County has just never really got into their game.
I mean, and you got to give credit to Knott County Central.
Well, I started to say Knott has, you know, the way they're hitting and moving the ball, it's kept Wolf County off guard some.
Yeah. And there is the put down by Baker, and that'll be 20-8. 21-8, I'm sorry. King will go back to serve for Knott County Central. Nice bump set. You can't get any better than that
No, you
there.
can't.
That is as difficult set as you can ever make, and then she made it look easy.
And she would put it right where Naomi needed it to hit.
Yep. You can tell they've played a whole lot of volleyball together. 21-9.
That's what you like to see. A team is down, but they haven't quit. You still have players that's out there trying to play.
King to Blair, back out to Baker, but Noble backed up. Noble down the line, and that was in on the line, and that's going to be a point for Wolfe County. 21-10. Knott County Central, of course, won the first two sets, as we've mentioned, and you can see it on your screen, 25-16, 25-13. Bailey down the line, but Ponce is there. Land with a back set over the top of the double, but there's Sluss, but Wolfe County point.
See, Shea does not want to let Wolfe County get this little bit of hype that they're getting right now and put them back into the ball game.
Noble to Baker, back to Baker, and hits it in the net. Point Wolfe County.
You can notice Wolf's getting a little bit louder. They're getting more momentum on their side.
And you can see down on the bench a little bit of clapping, and that you know that's important. Blair back to nice block, but it wasn't close enough, and that's going to be a point for Knott County Central, 22-12. Once again, the winner tonight will play JBS tomorrow, and they will play at the winning side. And Bailey with a service ace, 23-12. Bailey's done a little bit of everything tonight, Betty Vaughn.
I've been very, very pleased with the whole team, but yeah, Bailey is moving around, and her hitting is so much better from last year.
Down the middle. Free ball for Knott County Central. Blair out to Baker, and it's going to go up in the bleachers, and that will set up match point number 1.
These younger players and younger teams need to look. When that ball was hit to the back row, Knott County's setter came up. Everybody else was behind that 3-meter line. Outside hitters were outside, and they were all three coming to the net.
And that's going to be a touch, and that will send Knott County Central to the next round as they win set number 3, 25-12, and they will win 3-0. And our Alice Lloyd College player of the game, Betty Vaughn,
has to be Samara Bailey.
Samara Bailey it will be. And Knott County Central will move on to play JBS, and it will be played here. And tomorrow night, if that's a change, we'll let you know. And Betty Vaughn, I was really surprised by the
I was, but Wolfe County came in a little dead tonight, and Knott County came in hitting on all spark plugs, and they just. The thing is, I like when Knott County was ahead. They weren't taking balls off. They were playing hard. You could say they stayed intense the whole game, and Wolf just could not get into rhythm tonight.
So we're going to take a break, and as Leslie County and Cordia will be taking the floor, and we'll be back to talk about Leslie County and Cordia after we take a little bit of a break. And stay with us here on Hometown 24 as this is the All-A Classic first round matchups, and it is sponsored by the Bank of Hindman. So stay with us here on Hometown 24.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Back Roads.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head-to-head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at DoubleQuick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of DoubleQuick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous DoubleQuick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your DoubleQuick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at DoubleQuick.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At Appalachian Wireless, we get it. You need reliable service without breaking the bank. That's why we offer affordable unlimited data plans and advance pay options to fit any budget. Are you ready to ditch your overpriced carrier? We've got a switch and save deal plan just for you. We're your local experience provider from Appalachia for Appalachia. So stop by your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location today or visit us online at AppalachianWireless.com to see how easy it is to save and get connected. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with the click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Good times, good food, and good people at the Goal Line Bar and Grill. Come try their daily lunch specials as well as the best steak in Hazard as voted by the people. Looking for something fun to do? Hit up the tables and the dartboard. Also, trivia night every Tuesday evening. Goal Line has all your favorite big sports events on the big screen. There's something for everyone at Goal Line. Goal Line Bar and Grill in Hazard.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.
This is News 12.
Since 1985, Hometown 24 has been serving this community with local programming produced by local people.
Hornet's going to air it out. He's got a man out here, Linden, caught at the 45.
Using the latest video technology to bring you the news, sports, and local events that matter to you.
First on your Hometown News tonight.
I'm Harold Mullins, and thanks for joining us.
40 years is a long time in Eastern Kentucky. Here's to 40 more.
Great communities attract talented people to live, work, and raise their families. We're committed to delivering future-proof broadband so our friends, families, and neighbors can live rich lives in smart rural communities across America. Your community is our community. We're your rural broadband partners. You do great things. We make great things possible.
Welcome to the new Women's Health Clinic at Hazard ARH. Our expert team, led by OBGYN Dr. Ramon Thomas, nurse midwife Tanisha Blair, OBGYN physician assistant Crystal Gibson, and nurse practitioner Kristen Hurt. At ARH, we provide compassionate, personalized care for all women. From routine exams and birth control options to pregnancy care, menopause management, and minimally invasive surgery. Trust us with your women's health needs. ARH, more for Appalachia.
My name is Emily, and I'm from Laurel County. When I was searching for a college, I wanted to find a place that felt like home and where I could make a difference. The moment I stepped on Alice Lloyd's campus, I knew this was where I belonged. There's a sense of community here and a focus on serving others that you can't find at other colleges. For me, it wasn't just about continuing education. It was about being a part of something bigger. Apply now to find your home at alc.edu.
September is saving season at Appalachian Wireless, so get an iPhone 14 for just a penny. Yeah, just 1 penny. Or how about $800 off select devices? Or even take $75 off prepaid phones. Do you need more? How about $1,000 off in savings when you bundle? Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just want a good deal, we've got something just for you. So stop by your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location or visit us at AppalachianWireless.com to let us help you get connected today. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at DoubleQuick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of DoubleQuick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous DoubleQuick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your DoubleQuick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at DoubleQuick.
For over 100 years, the Bank of Hindman has been committed to serving our community and serving the future of our families, homes, and businesses. With our new convenient online banking, viewing your account balance and history, transferring money, and paying bills has never been easier or more secure. And with the construction of our new headquarters, we've renewed our promise to Hindman to stand by our customers even in troubling economic times, because we're not just your bank, we're your neighbors. That's the Bank of Hindman. Log on to www.bankofhindman.com or give us a call at 606-785-3158.
Tucked deep within the rolling hills and ancient ridgelines of the Appalachian Mountains, Eastern Kentucky is a place where heritage runs deep and community runs deeper. Known for its coal mining legacy, bluegrass traditions, and fiercely proud people, this region tells a story of resilience, creativity, and quiet beauty. I'm going to take you along with me as I visit some different counties of Eastern Kentucky and explore what all this amazing region has to offer. Hi, I'm Rebecca McCauley, and this is Bluegrass and Back Roads.
No one likes an uninvited guest, especially when that guest is a potentially dangerous pest. So call Bluegrass Pest Management and let the pros take care of your problem. Locally owned and operated for over 40 years, providing much-needed jobs to local people. With 3 locations in Hazard, London, and Hindman, they treat rats, mice, roaches, bed bugs, termites, and many more. Open Monday through Friday and now servicing all of Kentucky. Say goodbye to your uninvited guests today. Call Bluegrass Pest Management. Since 1962, Citizens Bank and Trust of Jackson has been proud to serve the community. They care about the people of Breathitt County and are the only locally owned bank in the community. With 2 branches in Jackson and 1 in Beattyville, they're never too far away when you need them. And with the latest innovations in banking, keeping track of your finances has never been easier. Helping to grow Breathitt County as leaders for over 60 years. That's Citizens Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm attorney David Johnson. You may recognize me from some of our other ads, but injuries from an auto accident are no joking matter. With over 25 years of experience, our offices have the resources and expertise to go head to head with big insurance. While most of our cases get resolved without going to court, trust me, they know if the attorney you choose will take it this far. Either way, our clients get paid. So for all your legal needs, get the pros on your side.
Time out for great food. This season, everyone is stopping at DoubleQuick for their pregame and postgame snacks, drinks, sandwiches, and dinners. Come on in and grab a bucket of DoubleQuick chicken with all the sides, a real family meal for on-the-go eating. Then there's everyone's favorite, the famous DoubleQuick pizza rolls. Buy them 1, 2, or 6 at a time. We've got sandwiches galore, your favorite drinks, chips, and snacks, and so much more. Be sure and use your DoubleQuick rewards card, and good luck to all the teams from the team here at DoubleQuick.
TVS has made a commitment to bringing you the best channel lineups and most diverse video packages available. We are proud to introduce Broadband TV, our newest and most affordable video package yet. 48 of the most watched channels we offer, some new channels only available with this package, and over 300 of the best free ad-supported channels available, all for only $29.95.
Home sweet home. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we've been providing our friends and neighbors the sweet dream of homeownership since 1960. We're proud to support the community we work and live in. That's why we take so much pride in providing competitive rates, low closing costs, and quick turnaround by local decision makers. Investing and growing our community is what we do. At First Federal Savings and Loan of Hazard, we believe that there's no place like our home. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance helps protect more than 474,000 Kentucky families and businesses. Many of our members have been with us for years, even decades. Perhaps it's because of the competitive rates or our unmatched service. Or maybe the biggest reason is they know they can count on Kentucky's insurance company to be there when it matters. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Come right to the source and get the region's best basketball coverage. HT24 puts you right in the middle of the action, and it's free to watch on Facebook. Watch the state's most exciting basketball right here with HT24.
A lot has changed in 100 years. We've gone from the Model T to the electric car, from silent film to home theaters, and from the telegram to the iPhone. And through it all, People's Bank and Trust of Hazard has been there for local people. From paper checks to debit cards, from wire transfers to online banking, People's Bank has maintained a tradition of service while embracing the future for your financial needs. Celebrating a century of service to the mountains. People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
At Appalachian Wireless, we get it. You need reliable service without breaking the bank. That's why we offer affordable unlimited data plans and advance pay options to fit any budget. Are you ready to ditch your overpriced carrier? We've got a switch and save deal plan just for you. We're your local experience provider from Appalachia for Appalachia. So stop by your nearest Appalachian Wireless retail location today or visit us online at appalachianwireless.com to see how easy it is to save and get connected. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
My name is Isabella, and I am from Madison County, Kentucky. Instead of choosing a larger university, I chose to attend Alice Lloyd College because I wanted a more personal college experience. The small class sizes provide a close relationship between students and professor that isn't possible at any other university. ALC is more than a place to learn, it is a place to grow, serve, and lead. Learn more at alc.edu.
If you're looking for a convenient pharmacy location with a friendly, caring staff, look no further than Hindman Pharmacy, located inside the new Hindman Primary Care Center. Our pharmacy is open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 6:30, but always stays open until the last patient is seen. Whether you need to pick up your refills in our drive-thru, need a flavored medicine for your little ones, or something to feel better after a visit to the clinic, the Hindman Pharmacy inside Primary Care has got you covered. Located at 425 Hindman Bypass. Call the Hindman Pharmacy at 785-0513.
Yeah. Welcome back to Knott County Central High School, as we will have the second game tonight between the Leslie County Lady Eagles and the Cordia Lady Lions. Knott County Central played the first game, and they will advance to tomorrow night's game versus JBS. And I have not talked to anyone, but I believe it will be right here at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex, since they're on top of the bracket. Of course, this game, between Cordia yet to play a game this year, and Leslie County, who we had over at Leslie County versus the Knott County Central Patriots, are 9-0 on the season, Betty Vaughn. So, can you do any better than 9-0?
No, you cannot.
10-0.
But you're hoping that they've gotten out of the 14th region to play some games too.
And, I looked over their schedule, and they did go and play some different teams. And, Coach Washburn has come right in for Coach Hubbard and picked right up. And, we talked to Coach Hubbard over at the Richard M. Nixon Center as they played. And he said that he really hated to leave coaching volleyball, but he left it in a good place.
Right.
And that's all you can do as a coach, is leave it better than what you found it.
And, they had good coaches before and good programs, but, yeah, he definitely brought the program up to another level.
And with Leslie County, a lot of upperclassmen. I call it the law office of Osborne, and Osborne.
Right.
But you can't count out Jalen Johnson. And then we had, of course, all the Napiers and all the Sizemores, and we'll touch upon them as they come in. And can't leave out Peyton Hochstedler, who, as a freshman, came in there against Knott Central and served very, very well as a freshman. Cordia, of course, coached by Paula Lewis. Leslie County, as we mentioned, is coached by Natalie Washburn. And, of course, Cordia, like we said, has not played. Their roster is number 16, and Coach said that she couldn't pronounce their names, but we'll do our best to pronounce them. Keelana Jones is a junior. Number 44, Asia Singleton, is a freshman. Number 22 is Taylor Sloan, a freshman. Number 4, Taylor Deaton, is a senior. Number 10 is Allie Couch, and she's a freshman. Number 11, Kendall Whitaker, is a freshman. Number 3, Haley Deaton. Number 24, Jaylyn Camacho. Number 15, Makira Allen. And number 25, Kyla Camacho for Leslie County. And I guess, are we announcing or not announcing? No. Yeah, maybe we are going to announce. I'd say that Coach Justin Cornett looks like he's going to be doing the announcing. Maybe he's not. Maybe it's going to be AD Jeff Honeycutt.
But I want to commend Cordia for getting a team together because that's where you have to start somewhere.
And you may have mentioned, noticed some of the names that is on their roster. They also play on the basketball team. So when you're at a small school, you play about every sport that is available to you.
But it takes a big heart to get out here and compete, and I'm just glad to see that they have a team, that they're starting a team.
And I think our officials are Tim Kugler and Danny Stidham, if I ain't mistaken. I can't see down there far enough. I'm probably going to have to get new glasses, Betty Vaughn. And on the rotation, sorry, Betty Vaughn.
It's okay.
Cordia is Makaira Allen, 15, 44, Asia Singleton. Number 3, Haley Deaton. Number 10, I think Allie Couch. And for Leslie County, looks like number 3, Royce Osborne in the back. And then you had number 7, Tatum Begley is your libero. 33 is Sarah Osborne. And I'll get the front line as Cordia will start. Goes to Johnson. And it's going to be short set, and it's going to be point Cordia. Up front for for Leslie County, number 10, Haley Napier. Looks like number 14, Peyton Hochstetler, as the serve will go out, and that will be a point for Leslie County. Number 6 will come in. That is Kinley Napier. I think I got everyone. Did I get everyone, Betty Vaughn, or not?
I think so.
Served by Osborne, and that's going to be a point for Leslie County. Royce Osborne does a little bit of everything. Outside hitter, setter. And Lisa Hatton, I am using my inside voice, by the way. And that's going to be a point for Leslie County. Once again, the first match tonight, Knox County Central was able to come out 3-0 against Wolfe County, and they will advance to go against JBS. The winner of this match will play Owsley County tomorrow. Osborne with another point, 4-1.
Minus, do you know where they'll be playing at?
And the winner of this match will be the host, since they're on the top of the bracket. Okay. Unless there's something I don't know. And that's going to be a point, Leslie County. And once again, this is going for the state, which will be held in Owensboro at the Owensboro Convention Center on September 12th and 13th. And it will start on the 12th with pool play in the morning. No, in the morning, but in the evening, since that's a Friday. And that'll be a point, Leslie County. And in their pool will be from regions 2, 13, and 16. And I have no idea who the favorites are in those, so I did not do real well, Betty Vaughn.
That's okay,
I think last year's 16th was Raceland. Since my son-in-law is the assistant principal there, I think they had the Boyd County coach come over last year and did an outstanding job. I'd say they're still that. Johnson with the kill, and that's going to be 7-1 Leslie County. I'm not sure about the second region, and in the 13th region, I cannot remember who went in the All-A. Osborne with the serve, Singleton with the hit, and trying to get it across, and he will not cross. Point, Leslie County.
Usually the 13th is Corbin.
I'm not sure if
I'm not either.
I'm not sure if they qualify, but you know that's like
true.
in basketball.
That's
they
true.
take the bottom and go up, and
Right.
then you have to say I'm going to play or not. Nice job that time. Goes across. It's going to be hit, and that's going to be Royce Osborne. And you know, we talked about Leslie County's size and length and athleticism, and they're just a hard team to play against.
They are, and they're in much physical shape. They're very good in their physical shape.
10-1 Leslie County. This is set 1 of match number 2 tonight. Thank you for joining us on the Bank of Hindman game number 2. And that's going to be 11-1 Leslie County. Once again, I want to thank Knott County and all the group that allows us to come to Knott County Central and do games of all sorts. And Singleton gets it across for Cordia. Singleton, of course, remember her on the basketball team as an 8th grader, and that's going to go out, and that will be point to Cordia. Failed to mention in the back there, number 4 was Taylor Deaton, and she's a senior. Taylor with the ball right there. To serve will be Haley Deaton. Osborne outside, and that's going to go out. Nope, it's going to be in, and that will be point Leslie County. 12-2.
You know, I don't think people realize how hard it is to stand right there on that line and a ball coming right at you about 40 miles an hour, and you're supposed to be able to decide if that's in or out.
Well, I think one of Kentucky's players found this weekend how hard it is. I think she got hit right in the noggin.
Yeah.
And that's going to be an ace for Johnson. We were really impressed with Johnson, who last year and returning is the second leading killer from in kills from last year's team. Of course, Royce Osborne led the Leslie County, and I cannot get their statistics to come up for some reason.
But if you check, look, you can tell why they're a good team is because those are all spread out among players.
Yep.
So it's hard just, you know, it's like basketball. It's hard just to play one player.
And that will be a point for Leslie County as they have subbed. And let's see if I can get everybody. 22 is Avery Wilson that came in. That's what I figured. Some of these I don't have a number for.
Number 20 is serving.
Number 20, I do not have a number 20. So anybody that is over in the Hyden direction, any of my Bill Woods, Shannon Crisp, Larry Sparks, some of those guys, help us out here if you're watching. Cheryl Lewis, somebody. And ever since we've had the turnover from KHSAA to Arbiter is not showing anything. And that's going to be a point for Cordia as Singleton will go back to serve for the Lady Lions. Nice serve by Singleton. It's going to come across. Deaton gets it back across, but it's going to go out of bounds, and that will be point Leslie County. 24 is Lauren Osborne, and then for her will be 43, and I don't have that number. So maybe somebody can help us out here. Thank you, Mrs. Brown. 20 is Maggard, thank you. 13 is Ava Browning, thank you. And it's going to be in, and that'll be Leslie County 18-4. 43 is Sam Gay, thank you. (18-4). And Napier with the serve. Nice job of Singleton, but gets away from her. It'll be point for Leslie County. You know, right now, Betty Vaughn, Leslie County, we may have to put them number 1. They've done what they needed to do so far. Is that asking too much right now of the Leslie County Lady Eagles?
No, I think they've earned it. They're, what'd you say, 9-0?
9-0. And they, of course, they beat the defending 14th region champions, and they just now beat Wolfe County. So
let me tell you, that first game was a 14th region game.
Number 13, Ava Browning to serve, jump serve. And that's going to go off of Cordia, Miss Allen, and that's going to be a point, 21-5. Like we said, number 20 up front, that is Kennedy Maggard. Browning to serve again. Nice serve, but it didn't cross, and that's a point for Cordia. 21-6. Taylor Deaton, who I said was a senior, she will serve for Cordia. Bump to Napier. No, Napier goes back outside, and that's a nice hit. Doesn't come across. Number 20, Maggard with the kill. 22-6. Tatum Begley will go back to serve for Leslie County. Thank you all for watching. All the people of Hyden and Leslie County, thank you for tuning in. And that's going to go off of Deaton, and that's going to be a point for Leslie County, 23-6. Set number 1 of the first round of the All-A 14th Region Classic. And that's going to be an ace for Begley, and that will lead to the first set point for Leslie County. You know, we were kind of ruined with our first volleyball game last of the season when Leslie and Knott played. As high a level of volleyball you'll ever see, especially on the first night.
Yeah, really.
And that's going to be point for Cordia, 24-7. It'll be set point number 2. Is going back to serve will be Allie Couch, who is a freshman for the Lady Lions. And it's going to go into the net, and that will end set number 1, 25-7. Leslie County, and when we come back in 30 seconds, we'll have set number 2. So stay with us on Hometown 24.
No matter what town or community you live in, there's a Tim Short dealership nearby. That's because our family of dealerships are dedicated to serving the folks throughout Eastern Kentucky. Our employees are your friends and neighbors, helping to support the local economy and provide safe and affordable transportation to everyone that shops the family of Tim Short dealerships. Our entire inventory can be found with a click of a button at timshortautogroup.com. Visit us online and join the thousands of customers that took the short drive to satisfaction today.
TVS Cable has everything you need to stay entertained. Video services with all your favorite channels and local sports on Hometown 24. Ask about digital voice service for home and business. High-speed internet so you never fall behind in a game. There's something for all ages. We've got you covered. Sit back and enjoy everything TVS has to offer. Stay connected with TVS.
Welcome back to the Morton Combs Athletic Complex on the campus of Knott County Central, BB King Court. Thank you for joining us here on the Bank of Hyman second match of the All-A 14th Region Classic. Once again, Knott County Central advances to play June Buchanan. And Leslie County takes set number 1 from the Cordia Lady Lions, 25-7. Waiting on the second set here. Got a little rain today, Betty Vaughn, and it was necessary and needy, and by the time it turned around, it had soaked it up.
It was, but that means I'm going to have to cut grass this weekend.
Well, I think my wife cuts grass every day, regardless if it rains or not. So, and if you're watching, honey, you do an outstanding job. And if she's not watching, would someone please tell my wife that I bragged on her?
Yeah, after he trashed her earlier.
That was off there, or off camera. As we go to set number 2, and Coach Washburn and her staff. Going back to her first group. And Cordia, I think I didn't see any subs. I see Kendall Whitaker is up front. Number 10 is still up front. That's Allie Couch. Oh, as soon as I say that, Kendall goes in the back. We got to get that straight. And I think we're ready, and Leslie County will start off the second set. And it will be Haley Napier. And Haley, of course, as I mentioned several times last time, she is a junior. Nice serve. And we have we failed to switch.
Yeah, they don't have Cordia's lineup, I don't think.
Have Cordia's lineup. So I don't believe that point's going to count. And, you know, it's one thing we don't talk very much about, and probably haven't in the last, is your support people that keep score, keep up with libero, keep up with substitutes, keep up with the points on the scoreboard. You got to have those people, and you got to have good people. So if you're out there and you want to do some of that for one of your schools in this area, they'll be more than glad to take you on. And, you know, talking about in basketball, they're talking about having a shot clock, which means you're going to have one more person to run the shot clock. And I am adamantly against the shot clock.
Well, and you know, in volleyball, you have to keep up with the rotation. Yeah. You're only allowed so many serves. You have to keep up with the timeouts.
Yes, you have to keep up with all that. As Napier scores the first point, and that first one did not count before, so it's 1-0 to start off with, Leslie County.
And you're right. If you run a libero, you have to have somebody that tracks him.
And, you know, been fortunate. Of course, you know, we've dealt with Letcher Central and Letcher, and we've always had some really good people to do that.
Exactly.
And then, you know, as we've started doing volleyball, you look down at some of the same people that does one sport, does these sports as well. So that's a point for Leslie County, 3-0. And once again, if you're sitting over there thinking that you can get that serve back every time when it's knuckling, it's not easy. Point Cordia, 3-1 Leslie County. Number 10, Allie Couch, who is a freshman, will serve for Cordia. And that's going to be an ace. And that's
that was a nice little short serve.
Yep, caught Leslie County off guard.
They did.
Another good serve. It'll be a free ball for Cordia, and it's going to be a point for Leslie County as Royce Osborne will go back to serve, and Royce, fine athlete. And if someone's not out there trying to recruit this young lady to play college volleyball, you need to be calling Leslie County High School and Coach Washburn. And as soon as I brag on her, I'm going to quit bragging on people, Betty Vaughn. I've said that how many times now?
I'd say you just cost her a scholarship somewhere.
No.
No, I was kidding you.
Nice serve. It's going to be over, and it's Singleton hits it in the net, and that's going to be a point for Leslie County.
Yeah, the thing is with Royce, she's an all-around player. She swings well. She plays great defense. She serves well.
Well,
and she seems to be
when you go across through there and look at last year's statistics, nice serve that time by Begley. She was the leading returner in kills, digs, and service aces. What does that tell you? It tells you it's a contender.
Well.
That's
exactly.
a contender for 14th Region Player of the Year.
I agree.
And that's going to be another service ace, and that's going to be 7-3 Leslie County.
And you know what should be added in that is your attitude toward your teammates, and
this
I think that has a big thing to deal with.
You know, and that's something we talked about at the media day and in length. And one of the things that I love about girls volleyball, regardless if you're up, down, or whatever, most of them are for each other, and I love that in this sport. And that's a point, 9-3 Leslie County. As up official Kugler says, serve it. Nice job that time. Singleton gets it across. And it's going to be a point for Leslie County.
You know, with Cordia, if somebody would go in and do a little bit of work with them, they would be a pretty decent volleyball team.
Yep.
They just need to know the fundamentals of the sport.
Doesn't cross. His Couch tried to get it across. And it's going to be 11-12-3, I believe. Nope, 11-3. I lost track of the 12-3. Our next volleyball game after this will be, Betty Vaughn, help me out here. It will be September the 10th between Purry Central and these Leslie County Lady Eagles, right?
Yes.
Over at Leslie County. Unless we decide to do something dealing with the All-A. Johnson with a kill, and that's a point, 13-3. So Purry Central will be coming over to Hyden, Kentucky, and facing them in a big 54th district matchup.
Right.
And that is going to be in, and that's point Leslie County, 14-3. On the football side of it, Hometown 24, as of now, does not have a game Friday night, but the WYMT game, David Adams and Tim Sloan will be on it. We'll be over at Prestonsburg as the Hazard Bulldogs will face the Prestonsburg Black Cats in a big-time affair. Both teams 2-0 on the season.
Yes, and we're trying to see if we can do the semifinals and the finals of this All-A.
It is over at Buckhorn. And that's going to be a point for Leslie County, 16-3. Hope you enjoyed the opening of college football, and I know that the University of North Carolina didn't enjoy last night's game. Kentucky wins. Everybody enjoyed it, even myself. I was there, Betty Vaughn.
I watched it.
It's kind of boring first half. Then I went and watched the Reds that night. And, of course, the Reds lost, as usual, when I go. Singleton gets it across the net. Comes back up to Napier over a cross with the left hand, but cannot get to it was Kennedy Maggard. And it'll be a point for Cordia. Asia Singleton will serve for Cordia at 16-4. Nice serve by Asia. Browning hits it across with that 3-meter hit, and it rolls across. Napier with a kind roll. Oh, they're going to say she was in the net, correct, or under the line. And that will instead be a point for Cordia.
She done a good job hiding that because she looked like she was going to set that all the way right till the end.
Singleton serves it again. Nice job getting it across by Deaton. And it's cross, and it's going to go out of bounds, and Singleton will get the point for Cordia. And it will be 17-6, Leslie County. Gay thought she had it, but hit it out of bounds. Singleton with another nice serve. Bump set by Napier, and it'll be free ball for Cordia. Good call. And Haggard hits it in the net, and that's going to be a point for Cordia. 17-7. Singleton doing a nice job of serving that overhand into the middle of the floor and keep it going. After I said I wasn't going to brag on anyone, Betty Vaughn. She did a good job overcoming me. That's going to be a point for Leslie County, 17-7. By the way, Dana Coots, if you're watching this over in where you're at, hopefully you called Sammy Smith like he asked me to tell you. So that was communication, long distance, AT&T long distance communication right there. 17-7, Leslie County. I know too many people in Leslie County is what it is. Fine people. And most of my kinfolk come from over in Cordia way, so can't go wrong tonight. Good people both ways. Good people in the mountains all the way around. People willing to help everybody out. 18-7, Leslie County. Singleton gets it across. And Gay with a kill, and that's going to be 19-7, Leslie County. Set number 1 went to Leslie County 25-7. Knox County Central defeated Wolfe County 3-0, and they advanced to play June Buchanan. And that's going to be a point, 20-7.
So tomorrow we will have Knox County versus June Buchanan, Jenkins versus Buckhorn. The winner of Jackson City and Breathitt will play Hazard, and the winner of Cordia and Leslie will play Owsley.
Yep.
Then we're not sure about the Lee County game since Jenkins and Buckhorn are playing tomorrow night for the first round.
And the second round was supposed to be tomorrow.
Yeah, so we're not sure if they're going to play a doubleheader, the winner is going to play, or how that will come out.
If somebody out there knows,
please let us know.
Send us a message. Can't get it on my text, but I can get it on Facebook Messenger or something. And that's going to be a point for Leslie County. Going back to serve will be Avery Wilson. Nice job of Singleton. Wilson comes up to set. There's Gay, and it's going to be a double hit, and that will be 23-7, Leslie County.
No, and you have to remember, this is Cordia's first game.
Yep.
But you can see throughout the game that they're getting better about receiving the ball.
And that's going to go out, and that will set up set point number 1 at 24-7. And that's going to end set number 2 at 25-7 for Leslie County. And when we come back, we'll move on to set number 3. So stay with us here on the Bank of Hindman, 14th Region All-A Classic Match 2.
Good times, good food, and good people at the Goal Line Bar and Grill. Come try their daily lunch specials as well as the best steak in Hazard as voted by the people. Looking for something fun to do? Hit up the tables and the dartboard. Also, trivia night every Tuesday evening. Goal Line has all your favorite big sports events on the big screen. There's something for everyone at Goal Line. Goal Line Bar and Grill in Hazard.
Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, Little Flower Clinic, Quantum Healthcare, and East Kentucky Chiropractic, offering medical, dental, pediatrics, chiropractic, behavioral health, women's health, rheumatology, mat program, x-ray, and transportation. Little Flower Clinic Rheumatology, Dr. Travis Sizemore and Brianna Cornitz, treating autoimmune disorders such as lupus and rheumatoid arthritis, and more. 487-9505. Kentucky Mountain Health Alliance Incorporated, your medical home in the mountains.
Welcome back to the campus of Knox County Central High School, Morton Combs Athletic Complex, as we have the Bank of Hindman game of the week number 2 between the Leslie County Lady Eagles and the Cordia Lady Lions. Leslie County has won the first two sets, 25-7 and 25-7. We move into set number 3, and I've lost my notes. I had some notes I was going to read off, and I've lost them. Oh, there they are. Tonight also in section 2A, section number 8, I believe. It might be section 7. Letcher Central is playing Floyd Central in volleyball. Said June Buchanan is at Hazard and Powell County is at Estill. If anybody knows any of those scores, and you can put that on our Facebook and I'll announce it. Of course, it's smart to do the 2A while the 1A is going on. And that way people don't have a big gap in games. And Cordia will start off serving, and that's going to be into the net, and that's going to be point for Leslie County. Avery Wilson will go back to serve. Avery is a junior for Leslie County. And that's going to be a point for Leslie County. Number 20, Kennedy Maggard, is a sophomore. Number 7, Tatum Begley, as mentioned earlier, is a junior, libero. And
that was a nice play.
Peyton Hochstetler with a kill. She is a freshman. Trying to get there. One, number 20, I've already had Kennedy Maggard, and she is a sophomore. Singleton trying to get it across. Does it get it across, and that's a point for Leslie County. I don't have a number 4, Betty Bun. Or did nope, I don't have a number 4. Nice serve, and that's going to be point Leslie County. For you Reds fans out there, if you can get out and watch a good Reds game against the Mets this weekend, need more than 25,000 people. Everybody complains Reds ain't any good, and they don't go watch them play. Oh, nice up. Is that crossing? No, and it'll be point Leslie County. For those people, too, if you can't get out to a volleyball or a football, go out to watch your soccer team play. If you have a soccer team in your local high school. And that's going to be an ace. 8-0 Leslie County. Make that 7-0.
Yeah, because right now there's a lot of sports going on in the high schools and grade schools.
Go out and support them, and they need that ticket money as well. And that's a point for Leslie County. And number 25, Kyla Camacho, is going to come in for the Cordia Lady Lions. Can't talk about Cordia without saying the words Tanya Cody. I think she's everywhere when it comes to Cordia. I was looking around to see if she might be here. She's everywhere.
She is.
And she is a educational professional. You put right beside of that in the Webster's Dictionary. She's always there for those kids over there at Cordia. And that's going to be a point, and that will make it 11-0 Leslie County. Make that 10. My addition, Betty Vaughn, you're going to have to help me with my addition.
Okay, Myers, it is 11-0.
Thank you for helping me.
You just add 1 point each time.
I've had trouble ever since. Number 11 coming in for Cordia, Kendall Whitaker, and Kendall is a freshman.
You're doing okay.
You know, the only thing I add up is my kitchen remodeling. It keeps going up, and I think it's over 5 digits. I hope it doesn't get to 6.
Just as long as I get my piece of wood.
You've got it.
Okay.
If not, we'll get you one. Number 3, Haley Deaton comes in, and she will serve for the Cordia Lady Lions. And it's going to hit the antenna, and that will be a point for Leslie County. Once again, we don't have a football game Friday night, but you can watch David Adams and Tim Sloan on Heroes and Icons. And that's going to be a point for Leslie County, or you can watch it on WYMT.com. Everybody likes listening to David Adams, including me. Sorry, David, if you're still tuning in.
I'd like to have some of that homemade candy he always gets.
Well, Ann Dixon, I think he hoards most of that. I think she says give it to the rest of us, and he gives it to himself.
I understand that.
Yeah. But
that's homemade candy is
that's
hard
really
to
good candy. And David has got a sweet tooth. And that's not going to cross on 3, and that'll be a point Leslie County, 15-1. But you know the thing about it is we have a good time here on Hometown 24, and we've got a really good crew.
And it makes all the difference in the world.
Hochstedler with a kill, and that'll be a point for Leslie County, 16-1. Josh Cornett has done an outstanding job of collecting very good people. And that's going to be over, but Singleton's there with a bump across. Begley back, and she's going to, with a 3-meter hit, going across. Hochstedler with a call. Back set to Gay, and she hits it in the net. Point, Cordia. Singleton will go back to serve for the Lady Lions.
It is 16-2, Leslie County.
Nice serve. And it's going to be over, but not expecting it that time was Sloan. And it's going to be point Leslie County as Beckley will go out of the lineup. Hochstedler to serve. Nice job. It doesn't cross. Hochstedler serve, and like we said before, she gets over here all the way to the left. It's just different than most people serve.
It is.
And that's going to be another one, and that ball is going to be lodged over there behind the seats. 19-2. Hochstedler with the serve. And that'll be 20-2. Yeah. Her number is different. 21-2, as we will have a substitution, and Camacho will come in, and that will be Kyla. And then Jaylyn Camacho, who I have not mentioned, she was in the game earlier, will come in, and she will come in for Singleton.
That's a nice serve.
I don't know who's taught her how to serve at her early age, but they did an outstanding job.
Minus.
I'm sorry, Peyton. I am sorry. 22-3. And Serve's going to cross, and it's going back across. Nobody there, and it's going to be a point for Cordia. As Sloan knocked it back across. Nobody said, your girls ever do those hand signals to you?
No, man, they knew better.
Oh, and that's going to be a point for Leslie County, 23-4. We are in set number 3.
You know, this Cordia team does not need to get their head down. They just need to
play a little bit.
Yeah, they do. And the coach needs to contact an outsider that, you know, there's a lot of people here in Knott County that's got a lot of volleyball knowledge that could come over a couple days and just help them get started on some drills and stuff just to get their game a little better.
Oh, and that's serve, and that'll be sets up for match point number 1.
You know, I always said everybody has to remember that's where everybody started, was at the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have to work to get better.
And it takes a lot of work.
It does.
And that's into the net, and that will be 24-5, and that will be match point number 2. And that's going to be point Leslie County on Maggard's kill, and that will end the match at 25-5. And Leslie County will do it 3 sets to 0, and they will advance to tomorrow, where they will play Owsley County, and evidently, since they're on the top of the bracket, they will play over at Hyden, Kentucky. So if you get an opportunity to go over there, Betty Vaughn, Alice Lloyd College Player of the Game goes to
number 7, Tatum Begley. I was very pleased with just her work ethic on the floor, her attitude. I love that. She, you know, she played. I like that.
Well, and you know, this Leslie County team advances or improves to 10-0 on the season, and Coach Washburn will try to extend that winning streak against the Owsley County Lady Owls tomorrow night. If you got an opportunity, tune in or go watch the Leslie County Lady Eagles over there against Owsley County. And once again, Knott County Central will face June Buchanan here tomorrow night as well. So, Betty Vaughn, any last thoughts before we head out of here?
No, I just want to wish all the teams good luck in this All-A and Single A and Double A tournament. And I just encourage you, if you can't come out and watch these young ladies, just watch them on TV. They deserve it. They work hard for it. And like I said, I know all parents and grandparents, aunts, uncles, they love to hear their child's name mentioned, and we try to make sure we get everybody's name on the TV.
Yeah, we surely do. And with that being said, I want to thank Knott County Central and their administration for allowing us to do this. We thank our sponsors. We thank the Hometown 24 crew, and they're a bunch of dandies that we have here. And with that being said, I'm Manus Blair along with Betty Von Cottle, and we bid you good night.
Hi, my name is Heidi Hoffensperger from Hoffensperger Law Office.
Debt can feel overwhelming. The calls, the letters, the constant pressure, it's hard to see a way forward. You're not alone. The law office of Heidi Hoffensperger has helped countless people through their bankruptcy, giving them a fresh start and a chance to rebuild. Bankruptcy isn't the end.
The legal world can be a very, very difficult and complicated world, and I don't want that for my clients.
Call today and let Heidi help you with this new beginning.